Yes, I burned your cabin and all your livestock. What are you going to do about it? Call the cops? The cops can't touch me. I used to enjoy watching Karen go on her power trips because seeing entitlement expose itself felt like free theater. She believed authority was her birthright and that the entire neighborhood existed to orbit her moods, schedules, and clipboards. When I moved in, I stayed quiet. I kept my lawn clean and observed for 6 months straight, learning patterns instead of picking fights. Welcome to Prodigy Tales. Make sure to like and subscribe for top-notch HOA drama. It didn't take long to notice that Karen never listened, never compromised, and never questioned herself. She fined people for grass blades leaning the wrong way, trash cans breathing too loudly, and curtains offending her spiritual alignment. Meetings were monologues. She talked at people while writing tickets like autographs. I avoided eye contact, nodded politely, and minded my business, which somehow made me her favorite target. She fined me for parking too close to my own curb, for washing my car on a Tuesday, and for existing without enthusiasm. I paid nothing, appealed everything, and documented quietly. Ignoring her irritated her more than open rebellion. She wanted reactions, fear, submission. I gave her silence. Neighbors whispered warnings and shared stories about people who moved out after crossing her. I listened, smiled, and stayed put. I wasn't plotting revenge. I was learning leverage. Power trips collapse under weight, not noise, and Karen carried plenty already. She strutted daily with her clipboard like a badge, peeking over fences, snapping photos, inventing emergencies. Every knock came with a smirk, every letter with excessive punctuation. Still, I kept my door closed and my temper locked. I thought if I stayed invisible, she'd get bored. Instead, my calm became a challenge. Authority hates being ignored. Karen didn't want compliance anymore. She wanted control. That silence hid tension, patience, and timing. Ingredients I gathered slowly while Karen mistook restraint for weakness. Before we go further, tell us in the comments what country or city you're watching from. Let's see how far this story travels. Karen didn't handle her cat's death well, at least not in any way I could understand. I expected screaming, threats, lawyers. Instead, she arrived with syrupy calm that made my spine itch. She talked about fate, healing, and forgiveness. Her smile never reached her eyes. I apologized until my throat burned and offered to cover vet bills, counseling, anything. She waved it off and told me to focus on my farm. I wanted to believe her, so I did. Then came the quiet. No fines, no emails, no Karen pacing my fence line. Neighbors said she was grieving. I convinced myself the warning had landed. To prove responsibility, I locked my dog in a reinforced cage near the barn. Temporary, I told myself. Each night he whined softly, confused but trusting. Karen returned in unsettling ways. Cookies I never touched, compliments that felt forced, questions about water supply, generators, fuel storage, all masked as friendliness. Once she stared at my dog too long and asked if the cage was fireproof. I laughed, missing the threat hidden in the joke. Strange things followed. A surveyor trespassed. A fuel shed latch loosened. I blamed coincidence. Karen waved from across the road, playing her role perfectly. Her calm became the loudest noise in my life. The day I left early for supplies, smoke clawed the sky near my land. I called the fire department before my truck even stopped. When I reached the fence, chaos ruled. Livestock burning, heat punching my lungs. Then I saw her. Karen stood near the fuel shed, gripping a petrol can, smiling. She didn't run. Flames roared louder. I heard my dog. His cage burned. I tried to reach him, hands blistering, smoke blinding. The lock glowed. He howled once, then silence. Something inside me broke. Firefighters arrived too late. Cameras kept recording. My security system quietly captured everything. Her steps, the gasoline, her smile. Investigators pieced it together minute by minute. CCTV, traffic cameras, fuel receipts, phone location data, charges stacked fast, aggravated arson, felony animal cruelty, destruction of agricultural property, reckless endangerment. Bail was denied. Restitution totaled $2.47 million. Her house was seized. accounts liquidated, wages garnished. She received 14 years in prison with a mandatory minimum of 11. The HOA collapsed under subpoenas. Insurance pulled out. The board dissolved. Rebuilding took time. Justice didn't restore everything, but it closed the chapter. Karen chose fire. The system answered with permanence. The end. Please like and subscribe for more HOA showdowns. Do you think she got what she deserved? I